Right now at noon, Madison police are searching for a suspect after a man was shot and killed early this morning. We're live at the scene with the latest. Plus, President Biden giving remarks on current threats to democracy and issues a rare apology to an ally. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Spreiter. We begin with the deadly shooting on Madison's Near East Side. Right now, police say they don't believe there's a threat to the public. The shooting happened around 1:30 this morning on Williamson Street. When police got to the scene, they found a 27-year-old man dead from gunshot wounds. News 3 Now's Maddie Heimsch continues our live coverage for us this afternoon. Maddie?
Yeah, Josh, we're here on Williamson Street, also known as Willie Street, on the block between South Dickinson and South Baldwin. Now, the road is back open to traffic and pedestrians after being closed for a large part of the morning. I'm going to let you take a look at what's behind me here. We're in front of Madison Greenhouse Lab, where gunshots broke through several windows as a result of the incident. The store owner and employees are here cleaning up that damage behind me. News 3 spoke to a neighbor who's been living here since 1981. She says seeing violence like this on her street is unusual.
You know, I think maybe 3 or 4 times in the 43 years that I've lived here, there's been violence. I mean, you know, it's horrible, but it's not that common. Yeah. Thank goodness.
Like you said, Josh, one 27-year-old man is dead. Calls came into the police department at 1:33 a.m. today. They're still looking for that suspect. We don't have many updates beyond that, as the department is still looking into this, investigating the incident. But when we do learn more, we'll be sure to update you here on News 3 Now and at channel3000.com. Reporting live on Madison's East Side, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Maddie, thank you. This afternoon, Public Health Madison and Dane County is sounding the alarm after a spike in drug overdoses. They say in the last 3 days, at least 10 people have been treated in county hospitals for suspected opioid overdoses. PHMDC notes it's more than the usual amount they see in that time frame based on the data it's given by hospitals and EMS providers. PHMDC urges people in the community to recognize the signs of an overdose. They are pale, sweaty, or clammy skin, lips and fingertips turning blue, slow or irregular breathing, and difficulty or inability to wake up. They say to call 911 if you notice these symptoms. Right now, a woman is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after being struck by a train on Madison's south side. It happened yesterday afternoon near Lake Farm County Park. The Madison Fire Department says bystanders on a boat heard screams and calls for help. That group followed the noise in their boat and found a woman unresponsive in the water. They were able to get her out and onto a dock where paramedics took her to the hospital. It is still unclear what happened prior to that woman being hit by the train. Well, we are dry for now before some weekend rain chances. First, for our meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Kelly?
Yeah, dry and breezy again today. We got those winds continuing out of the west and northwest, and that's ushering in some cooler than average temperatures, and that really is going to be the trend into the weekend. But also, we are talking about some rain showers tomorrow. We'll have more on that coming up. But right now, we do have quite a bit of blue, just a few cumulus clouds showing up from our Edgewater sky cam overlooking downtown Madison. Breezy, but still fairly sunny today. We are looking at more cloud cover that'll roll in later tonight, and this timing of this tomorrow is just not real great. Some lighter showers spreading in during the morning hours. A lot of this will be fairly scattered going into the afternoon hours, but once again, it's going to be hitting us right during the daytime hours, so that'll keep temperatures down tomorrow. Finally, it looks like by the later part of next week, we're going to get more into a summer-like weather pattern. Right now, we do have winds up there as high as 20 miles per hour down in Janesville, also Monroe. Right now at the airport, 12 miles per hour winds here in Madison. We do have quite a bit of clearing here in the Badger State. Noticing some of those clouds out there in South Dakota. That's what's going to stream in later tonight and eventually bring us some rain by tomorrow. Right now, it's 72 in Madison, also in Middleton, so fairly common across Dane County. A fairly mild noon hour, but it is breezy with that northwest wind at 12. Should be topping out in low to mid 70s today. We'll talk more about those rain chances tomorrow and that warm up going into next week coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, we will see you then. New at noon, President Biden is warning of the current threats to democracy. The president speaking out today when honoring U.S. soldiers who took part in the D-Day invasion that began 80 years ago. Ahead of his address, the president also issued a rare apology. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
At Pointe du Arc Friday, President Biden paid tribute to the U.S. Army Rangers who scaled the 100-foot cliffs between Omaha and Utah Beach 80 years ago to neutralize German artillery, helping the Allies turn the tide of World War II.
When the Nazis cut the ropes, the Rangers used their hands, and inch by inch, foot by foot, yard by yard, the Rangers literally clawed their way up this mighty precipice.
In a speech on democracy, the president connected D-Day to supporting Ukraine's fight for freedom.
They stood against Hitler's aggression. Does anyone doubt that they would want America to stand up against Putin's aggression here in Europe today?
Earlier in the day, the president met in Paris with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, where he pledged continued U.S. support in Ukraine's war with Russia and publicly apologized to Zelensky for the congressional gridlock earlier this year that held up a critically needed aid package.
I'm not going to walk away from you. I apologize for those weeks of not knowing what's going to happen in terms of funding.
The president also announced a new $225 million assistance package for Ukraine as it fights off Russia's offensive around Kharkiv. Natalie Brand, CBS News.
The State Department says the new aid package includes air defense interceptors, artillery systems and munitions, armored vehicles, and anti-tank weapons. Well, still ahead for us on this Friday afternoon, a new warning to parents about some baby loungers. Plus, after a 4-year hiatus, the author of The Hunger Games is taking fans back to Panem.
Ashley's best Stars and Stripes event starts now. We've brought in truckloads of furniture with special doorbusters for quick delivery. Save up to 75% off on closeouts and take special financing with low monthly payments. Save now at Ashley.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Indoor-outdoor carpet is stain-resistant and easy to install, making it the perfect choice for decks, patios, or sunrooms. Status indoor-outdoor carpet is only 49 cents per square foot after rebate. Let the fresh air into your home with a Larson Storm Door. This split-view storm door lets in natural light while providing easy ventilation. Get it for $344.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
You think Atlanta's point guard's good for 20 tonight?
No question. You hear he got name dropped on that new song? He feeling himself for sure.
Ever since that track drop, he been on fire.
The hook literally says his name 8 times in a row. He might go for 30.
With that much hype, I'd lock it in. But that's just me.
Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Cash in on your sports fandom with Prize Picks.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale, the 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation. That's right, half off your entire project. You can save thousands. Empire's 50-50-50 sale won't last long. Don't miss 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Make entertaining and enjoying your home extraordinary with the luxurious look of Pella. At Pella, we see windows differently with the highest energy efficient products and range of options that add long-lasting value to your home. From sleek design, custom colors, and long-lasting durability, getting the style and functionality you want has never been easier. All backed by some of the strongest warranties in the industry. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Ashley's best Stars and Stripes event starts now. We've brought in truckloads of mattresses with special doorbusters for quick delivery. Save up to $1,200 instantly on adjustable mattress sets and special financing for 60 months. Save now at Ashley.
Parents are being warned to immediately stop using baby loungers under the brand name DHCJM. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says these loungers pose multiple risks to infants and have been linked to at least one death. They were sold on Amazon between January of 2020 and November of last year. After a 4-year hiatus, fans of the Hunger Games get ready to return to Pan Am. Book publisher Scholastic has announced that a 5th novel in the Suzanne Collins series will hit store shelves in March of next year. The new story, titled Sunrise on the Reaping, takes place 25 years before the first Hunger Games novel and 40 years after the prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Copies can be pre-ordered right now, and a movie based on the new book is also slated for release in November 2026. And it's National Donut Day. Multiple major chains, including Dunkin', Duck Donuts, and Sheetz, are giving out freebies. Some require a drink purchase. Krispy Kreme is offering a $2 dozen with the purchase of a first dozen. They're also offering customers 1 free donut. Tim Hortons is kicking it up a notch. Customers can go online and enter to win a pair of custom Adidas sneakers styled to match 4 donut flavors. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. We are in the green on a Friday. Dow up 47 points, NASDAQ up 36, and the S&P 500 up 4. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. You can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call for action. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly is tracking those Saturday rain chances in the first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, our happiness expert, Shyla Murgain, is back to explain why walking is good for your mental health.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here, Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Steinhoffels is your mattress destination. Right now, you can get a Queen Beauty Rest mattress for only $4.99. Upgrade your sleep to the unmatched luxury and comfort of the Beauty Rest Black Hybrid for just $59 per month when you use Steinhoffels 60-month financing. Plus, you'll get $200 in Steinhoffels cash. There's nothing like a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Start sleeping better tonight. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
We're in the middle of seizing the date. In the middle of trying new things. In the middle of the perfect pairing. And parking it here for the night. So come get away. Together. To the incredible, unforgettable Illinois. The middle of everything.
Are you searching for a fresh career? Then join the team at Chalk D Building Systems. We're expanding, now with 2 Sun Prairie locations, and we're looking for individuals to join our team as assemblers, material handlers, order pickers, and machine operators. Chalk D Building Systems competitive pay starts at $22 per hour, plus comprehensive benefits. 3 shifts are available with overtime potential, and you'll become part of our 100% employee-owned team. Make your next career move on the careers page at chalkd.com.
Celebrate Memorial Day at Brothers Maine, where unbeatable appliance deals come with expert advice. Enjoy special prices and free delivery on top brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now, with more than 160 cases closed and over $444,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now.
The hilarious Run Funches.
Women get judged by their men all the time. Let's do the reverse. Taylor Swift's boyfriend who plays football on occasion.
Plus, we take a teacher by surprise.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
We're back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. We made it to Friday, Pam, and another busy weekend on tap.
Oh, we've got all kinds of things to offer folks on Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow I'll be able to see a lot of our Channel 3 viewers at the Dane County Breakfast on the Farm. Don't forget they are out at Blue Star Dairy just outside of DeForest off Patton Road. I'm going to be up on stage about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, introducing you to the volunteers, our Fairs to the Fair crew, and also my staff, as well as the big wonderful hosts, all of the Meinholz family up at Blue Star. So again, if you want to find details, go to wisconsindairy.org. I do not want to overshadow Sauk County, Rock County, all having dairy breakfast tomorrow. Wisconsin FFA alumni and Wisconsin Dells has a breakfast, and Sunday, Richland County. Next week is the Wisconsin FFA convention. They are already going to be in Madison on Monday for their day of service. Some of those FFA members are going to be involved in partnering with Sleep in Heavenly Peace, where FFA members are literally going to be constructing bunk beds for families that have kids, but kids that have no beds. It's part of their day of service. These chapters come in from across the state and are going to be working also with our Dane County Park System. I know that they're going to be up at Schumacher Farm Park, and I think they've expanded to 10 different parks that they're going to be kind of just offering their bodies and their hands and their help to get things prettied up. But like I said, there's the Sleeping in Heavenly Peace project that they'll be working on starting on Monday. Then Tuesday, it's down to business. They'll begin with all kinds of competitive events, all at the Alliant Energy Center. I'll have daily updates for you. And, of course, you can always follow us, Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook, Midwest Farm Report on Facebook. We'll be busy. It's going to be a good week, that is for sure. Hey, want to bring a big welcome to Grant Holly. Grant is the new executive director for the Wisconsin Cranberry Growers. He comes to us after serving as a professor at North Carolina State University. He has got some big shoes to fill. He has taken over the reins from Tom Lochner, who is the executive director for the Wisconsin Cranberry Growers for some 35 years. We got a chance to visit with Grant up at their Wisconsin Rapids office. If you want to hear that conversation or learn a little bit more about his take on where Wisconsin cranberries are going, pop on over to MidwestFarmReport.com, our podcast playlist. All right, going into a June Dairy Celebration weekend. Today, barrel and block cheese are unchanged. Joshy, my little good luck gnome, let me see. Butter up 4 1/4 today. $3.09 1/4 per pound on that golden butter as we head into the weekend. And I will be very curious to see what Kelly's got to say about that forecast, because dairy farms are not necessarily always built for rain. So for folks that are coming out to any of the June dairy events, remember proper footwear. And if you're bringing along the stroller or the wagon, it might have to get pulled through a little mud from what I'm hearing.
You're just getting the true Wisconsin farming experience, right? I was up at Blue Star Dairy earlier this week in the 608, and I know they said it's just been such a muddy start to the year, so they're feeling it.
That's right.
All right, Pam, well, you have a wonderful weekend.
See you later, buddy.
Well, let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. First for meteorologist Kelly Slifka's out on the weather patio, and of course, all eyes on those rain chances, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, the timing of the rain chances tomorrow are not really great because it's going to be coming in during the morning hours and gradually tapering off in the afternoon. It's not going to be real heavy, but needless to say, just in time for Saturday, we are expecting some rain. And you can see some of this rain moving across South Dakota. Just a really weak disturbance, but sometimes these weak disturbances can really kind of mess up things for the weekend. That's what we're expecting. We still have those winds out of the northwest. You can probably hear the leaves behind me blowing about. We continue with these northwest winds, and that's ushering in cooler than average temperatures. And it looks like we will be cooler than average going into the weekend. In fact, our average now is 77, expecting that high near 73 today, down to 56 tonight. All right, wind gusts, that's what we've had so far. Wind gusts have been above 30 miles per hour for some, as high as 35 miles per hour. Northwest in Janesville, 33 in Madison. And as we go through the afternoon hours, these winds sustained at 15 to 20, but some of these gusts up to 30, 35 miles per hour. As we get later or into the early evening hours, those winds will come down fairly quickly, and after sunset, basically go calm. Breezy but sunny today with quite a bit of sunshine. We are looking at some of those scattered rain showers. They're going to be on the lighter side, just going to be kind of a nuisance for us, already beginning in the morning hours and then tapering off in the afternoon. But we will see some more summer-like temperatures, it looks like, by the middle part of next week. So looking at quite a bit of sunshine, may start to see some high, thin clouds streaming into the western areas of the state as we go through later this afternoon. Eventually, they'll reach the Madison area. But if you are headed out this evening, no problems. It will be cooling down through the lower 60s by 10 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, starting to see some of these lighter showers spreading across the Mississippi out of northeastern Iowa, reaching southwestern Wisconsin, the Madison area later in the morning, continuing at least into the early afternoon hours, and then it should start to taper off. But I think these clouds will be sticking around for most of the afternoon. That'll keep temperatures down, and we've just been in this battleground. Cooler air to the north, the warmer air trying to surge northward, and in between, that's what we're going to get, that weak disturbance passing in. All right, we will see that warmer weather return, though. It looks like by the later part of the week as the coolest of air starts to retreat up to the north. So it looks like it'll feel a lot more like summer toward the later part of next week, and going into the weekend, above average temperatures for much of the country expected. And as far as rainfall, But we're going to be kind of right on the edge of some rain, mainly up to the north, while dry conditions across much of the Ohio Valley. Right now, we're looking at 70s across the area, 71 currently in Madison, 73 already in Janesville, and we're looking at low 70s across all of Dane County right now, 71 in Middleton, and Verona currently at 70. So we do have quite a bit of sunshine, a few clouds popping up with the afternoon heating. Breezy today. Those winds will come down pretty quickly this evening. 70 tomorrow, that's if we're lucky, because the cloud cover, the showers in the morning hours, likely to be mainly in the 60s most of the day. Looks like a much nicer day on Sunday with 74 expected, 72 on Monday, and then we have another chance of some storms, but that's out ahead of some warmer air that's going to surge into the state. Temperatures back in the 80s, overnight lows in the 60s going into next weekend.
I was supposed to have a lake day down in Whitewater tomorrow, but that isn't looking too hot.
Yeah, you might want to hold off until Sunday.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with the best food buy of the month and what you can do with it.
The other day, I was so excited when I saw freshly picked tomatoes at the market. I'm talking about tomatoes that really taste like tomatoes and not ones that just look pretty. So today, I'm naming tomatoes the best food buy of the week. As a matter of fact, for the whole summer. I know we all have a long list of ways to use them, but we came up with a new and sort of unusual way that I want to share with you. We start by whisking together an egg, heavy cream, a bit of mayo, some shredded mozzarella, and some spices. We set that aside for a sec while we slice a handful of ruby red tomatoes and stack them in a par-baked pie crust. Now we pour the cream mixture over them and sprinkle on some Parmesan cheese before popping it in the oven until it passes the toothpick test. When this comes out of the oven all melty delicious, we want to let it cool slightly before digging in. I can promise that's not going to be an easy task. But once you taste how fresh and creamy it is, I know you're going to want the recipe for what we call Summer's Best Tomato Pie. And it's online now. This is the perfect recipe to take advantage of all those freshly picked tomatoes. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a fresh picked way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Next at noon, Angie Edge from Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin will show us a recipe including our favorite Wisconsin cheeses.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's coming. Predicted to be one of the hottest summers ever. And you can't enjoy anything when your house is too hot, especially when you get that big utility bill. So what do? You stop the hot air from coming in and your cool air from leaking out. With USA Premium Foam in your walls, your old hot and humid house really can be made comfortable. Call now, and when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free. Stop sweating and start saving.
USA Insulation.
Imagine having a Medicare Advantage plan that can help cover costs for dental services or even groceries. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is offering special benefits called Essential Extras, available for Medicare Advantage plan members. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible to enroll today. Unsure if you're eligible? Our licensed insurance agents can help. Just call the number on your screen today. Medicare Advantage plans cover everything in original Medicare Parts A and B while offering coverage for additional benefits. With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans, you could get no-cost essential extras you might not expect. These plans may include allowances for dental, vision, hearing, assistive devices, or even money for healthy groceries. That's not all, though. You could also get an allowance to help pay for utility costs like gas, electric, water, or sewer. It can even be used towards internet and cellular providers. Explore 2024 Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras in your zip code by calling today. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible. Essential extras could even include transportation to plan-approved destinations. But you won't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. You have to call to see if you're eligible to enroll. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to offer these special no-cost Medicare Advantage plan benefits that help provide comfort and convenience to make everyday life easier. Don't miss out. Call Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield today to explore 2024 Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras. If you're new to Medicare, on Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible.
Call 800-694-1143. 800-694-1143. That's 800-694-1143.
Welcome back at noon. Angie Edge from Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin is back with us for our monthly segment. Angie, this is our favorite month of the year, right? We're talking Dairy Month.
Yes, we look forward to this all month long. Happy June Dairy Month. It's a great time to really learn, taste, discover all things Wisconsin dairy. And here we are in America's Dairyland, so lots of things to celebrate.
And hey, beautiful weather today, so we're
weather.
out on the patio. So what are we talking about today?
Well, we're celebrating June Dairy Month, so we have recipes, but also we have 80 events happening across the state celebrating breakfast on the farm, celebrating our dairy farmers. 2 tomorrow. In fact, in Rock County and Dane County, you can visit a dairy breakfast on the farm. And to celebrate, we have a delicious recipe. It's the Alpine style croissant strata.
Yum.
Breakfast recipe for your own little June Dairy Month breakfast on the farm. And it actually is loaded with lots of great dairy products. So it features the Alpine style Grand Cru cheese made locally in Monroe. It's won a lot of awards. It's made traditionally in the copper vats, aged for 4 months. Really melts beautifully. It's used a lot for fondues and casseroles. But not only cheese in this recipe, we have heavy whipping cream, we have whole milk, we have butter, there's croissants, Italian sausage, just a really wonderful breakfast recipe for your family.
I love when you think about it. Really what takes a good meal is everything Wisconsin, right? And
yes.
It's all about supporting what makes our industry so great here in our state.
Yeah, it's a great way to support our Wisconsin dairy farmers. We have over 5,000 dairy farmers right here in Wisconsin. They work so hard to, care for the animals, the land. Not only that, but they're the economic driver here in Wisconsin. $46.5 billion here in the state generated by our dairy farmers. So celebrate the dairy farmers, thank them, and go out and buy some more Wisconsin cheese and dairy products.
Yeah, it's like the little things that we can do to support them, right? Like we should be supporting them 365 days a year because this is such a big deal for Wisconsin.
Yeah, this is us. We are, in fact, in the state of cheese. So when you're at the grocery store, just make sure you're looking for that Proudly Wisconsin label. We have the cheese here from Roth Cheese, but we also have the products from Sassy Cow, a neighbor to the north, but they also have the Proudly Wisconsin, and then the Westby butter as well. So many great dairy products to have a dairy delicious June Dairy Month.
Yeah, celebrating all
Yes.
of our local favorites
Yes.
too. So if people ever have any recipe questions, how can they reach out
You
to you?
can go to wisconsincheese.com. You can learn more about our cheese makers and find all of these recipes online.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Angie, as
thank
always,
you.
thank you so much. Appreciate it. Kelly's here with the final check of the forecast.
Yeah, we are looking at a beautiful afternoon, a little bit breezy out here. We'll see some of these wind gusts up to about 30 miles per hour. Now, tomorrow we're going to see the clouds roll in, and unfortunately, this timing is just not looking good. We are expecting some light rain to pass through. It's not going to amount to too much, but just kind of nuisance rain for us. Should gradually taper off in the afternoon. Temperatures likely only holding in the 60s to around 70 tomorrow, so rather cool for this time of June. Looks like a much nicer day on Sunday as we get up to 74, 72 Monday. We're still running below our average. Our average high should be up in the upper 70s. We'll get closer to that with a chance of showers and storms Tuesday. 80s by the later part of next week, and it's going to get a little bit more sticky. Definitely going to feel like summer as we go through the later part of next week. And I think a lot of us are kind of ready for that. Maybe that's just me. I know Josh wants to get it out on the
Big
lake.
time.
So.
I'm ready for summer. And why didn't you bring the forks out here?
Nobody told me.
I know.
I should have planned, I guess.
We're ready to dig in here for lunchtime. Angie, again, thank you so much for joining us. And thanks for joining us today at noon. Have a wonderful weekend.